fire signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, Ascendant, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising. And those of you that are cross-watching, welcome to your Tarot Love Messages. In today's reading, we want to see your person's current energies, their current feelings and thoughts about you and about the situation, where they're at emotionally, mentally, spiritually. There's also going to be a part 2 to this reading, guys, and in part 2 we are going to explore the messages in more detail and follow on with those messages as well. And part 2 is going to be made available via the extension link below. For those of you interested in a personalized tarot reading with myself, please feel free to reach out and inquire. Again, my email address is going to be listed there. Otherwise, let's go ahead and let's begin. So we want to see your person's current feelings and their emotional state right now. Okay, I was going to say they're anxious, they're worried, they're bothered heavily by something, and I was going to say that there's something that's causing all of this, and then you have the Tower, okay, which is a very disruptive kind of energy, okay? First and foremost, the Empress energy, I know why you're here, because your person is not giving you a lot, okay? The Emperor is someone who's not lovey-dovey, he's not very mushy, he's someone who doesn't wear his heart on his sleeve. You can't read him, okay? What's he thinking? What's he feeling? Who knows? It's anyone's guess. You cannot, you know, this is someone whom you don't know what it is that they're feeling or thinking, because they're not giving you much to work with, okay? They're very stone-faced or stone-walled here, and you're just not sure what's going on. It doesn't mean the fact that they're not communicating or not giving you much to work with, it doesn't mean that they're not feeling anything, because trust me, they're feeling all sorts of emotions. In fact, it's overwhelming that I feel like there's no outlet for them to channel those emotions. It's like it's everything, they're feeling everything and they're feeling it all at once, if that makes sense. So obviously there's been a Tower moment, right? This Tower moment it may have manifested itself as a disconnection of some sort, okay? For some of you, this is a separation, this is a breakup, permanent or impermanent. This is at a point, at a time in your connection where it feels very raw, it feels very vulnerable, it feels very uncertain, very ambiguous. It's, you know, where to from here? You guys are clearly out of sync and out of alignment with each other. You guys clearly are at a point in the connection where it feels very disruptive. So something here has clearly disrupted the flow of your connection. We'll explore what this is very shortly, but in terms of their emotions here, they are feeling a lot of angst, a lot of anxiety. They're feeling a lot of tension, a lot of conflict in the energies. This is someone who is having a hard time. They can't eat, can't sleep. This is someone who's really bothered. They're frustrated, they're bothered. At the same time, they don't want to give you much. They don't want to show you that they're hurting. They don't want to show you that they're bothered, okay? They're coming across as someone who, they're projecting an image, okay? It's an image to communicate to you that they're not fazed by it, that they're not hurt, that they're not bothered by any of this, okay? But that's not the case at all, because what's happening is this person is, it's like their emotion, they're trying to hold on to their emotions. They're trying to, I don't know if it's because they feel like showing emotions is a sign of weakness. I don't know if this is some sort of form of control. They feel as though they hold a sense of control, or they feel like they potentially want to manipulate you, okay? Because this is a form of emotional manipulation or a form of control, okay? This is what it feels like. The other thing is, your person is, it's their ego, okay? The Empress energy, to me, it feels like they're being a little bit ego-centered here. So they're not really allowing themselves to feel the emotions. They're angry that they feel so hurt. They're angry that they feel so confused. Maybe they feel like what's happened is this disconnection has essentially brought to the surface a lot of buried emotions. So if you were the one to have walked away, this person feels really rejected by you. They feel really abandoned. They're thinking, how could you? And what it's done is, and you're not aware of it, but what it's done is that it's brought back to the surface a lot of repressed and a lot of buried emotions, okay? So their actions are essentially driven, it's coming from a deep place of subconscious, and their actions here are driven by an emotional wound, a past emotional wound that was never really healed. It was buried, okay? And they thought that they had buried it deep enough, but here it is, you know, it's come back to the surface. And I feel like it's brought back some painful memory or even trauma that they've never truly dealt with. So your person, I feel like, is going through a lot of emotions. Not only are they feeling the loss of this connection, not only are they feeling, goodness, it's all messy, not only are they feeling this disconnection, but they're kind of revisiting memories from the past and emotions from the past, and it's really overwhelming. And here's the thing, they are angry, they're very frustrated. Angry people are essentially people that are hurt, okay? Anger, if someone is angry, it's because they're hurt. If someone responds in anger, frustration, it's because they're hurt. What they're saying to you is they're hurt, and they want you to notice. Your person is definitely, they're feeling all sorts of things. The thing is, they do want to talk, okay? It feels like they want to talk, but it's like they're trying to, this image they want to uphold, and it's this image of them, you know, them not being phased. They're, you know, they want to come across as strong, but deep inside they're crumbling, and their world has crumbled since the separation, since the both of you have come apart. It's this disconnection that is so, they're feeling it so intense, but again, they don't want to show it to you. I feel like during the night time is where they really struggle, because you know, they're alone with their thoughts at night, and I feel like this is where they, it's like they stay up late at nights thinking about you, thinking about what went wrong here, what they could have done to survive this, you know, what they could have done to help this connection, survive. They do want to communicate. And for some of you, I do feel like this is someone that's going to communicate here. But see, you're the one that's come up as the Ace of Swords. And I feel like you're the one that's expecting the communication from this person, even though you were the one to have walked away. Or if they have walked away from you, they still feel this sense of abandonment. They still feel like there's something here from the past that is coming back and it's resurfacing itself. But I do feel like there's going to be contact and communication in the future. The Eight of Pentacles as well is an energy of, let's fix this, okay? Or how do we fix this? Let's repair this, let's work on this, let's get through this. So there is that energy that is woven into the reading. There's also the Seven of Pentacles, which is a waiting energy, okay? They may be waiting for you. They might be waiting for you to communicate, or they might be waiting for you to say something first, which essentially does feel like a little bit childlike, because if they want to communicate, why not just open the lines of communication and start talking, right? But we, you know, remember how we spoke about the ego? Well, yeah, this is where the ego comes into place. So they're kind of waiting. They're waiting for you to communicate. They're waiting for you to say something. They're waiting for you to make a move so that they can respond. It could also be, Seven of Pentacles could also be the energy that tells us, wait it out, okay? Maybe it's not a good time to talk right now, because they're feeling all sorts of emotions and they haven't processed. Not only are they supposed to fix what's broken here, but they also have to fix some sort of internal wound that still bleeds, so that still festers. So, and that's the thing, something is manifesting itself as very cyclical, you know, because the moon goes through stages of growth and stages of decline. So, and I feel like this is perhaps symbolic of your connection. It would go through stages. It would go through stages where, you know, it would grow in leaps and bounds, and then somehow it would pull back, okay? Somehow it would stagnate. And this is due to, a behavior that is dictated by a subconscious pain, whether on their end, which feels like their end, but could be on your end as well. I feel like it's more on their end, but could be yours as well, guys. Sometimes when two people are really close to one another and very involved with each other energetically, what happens is the energies intertwine in the reading. So it can be a little bit like challenging to pick up if it's this one, if it's them, or if it's you, or if it's the both of you, because they're sort of just, you know, intertwined with each other, if you know what I mean. But it's definitely, so that's what I mean, they have a lot to work through, okay? They've got a lot to process. But the energies of, you know, wanting to fix this, the energies of, you know, waiting it out, contact or communication, and even with the Ace of Swords, this is a breakthrough. There's something here, something's got to give, and something will give. In part 2 of the reading, we just want to explore their feelings a little bit more detail. So we'll see how is it that they'll process this pain and hurt, and we'll see what is it that they're feeling, you know, once the dust settles on this Tower moment. But the other thing is the Tower moment, I'll talk about that in part 2 of the reading, but the Tower moment is a good thing for your connection, because it's exposed some sort of subconscious wound, some sort of subconscious memory that's still, you know, reels and festered. So, and it's better that this happened now than later. So yeah, we'll see what it is that they feel. What are their feelings for you, okay? Because this is their overall feelings right now and about the situation, but what do they feel for you? And I see contact, communication, when will that happen? And I also see them wanting to work on this, wanting to work on themselves or this connection. So follow me to part 2 of the reading via the extension link below. Thanks guys for your time, your attention. If you're after personal reading, feel free to inquire. Otherwise, please show your support guys by liking, sharing, subscribing to this channel. Bye.